I'll show you where we are so far. I've hooked up the Taida valve, and I want to see about practicing on zooming in. The Taida valve, the 36 millimeter rubber spigot, and the big SudCo, along with the brand new uni filter. I've had these, the carb and the filter, for 2 years. I just never bothered to put them on for some reason. I've got to move that bottle. See, when you're doing photos, you don't want to have anything in the background that distracts from what you're trying to film. So I'm going to go very slowly and go over here. This is tip of the day too, and get this. If you can, don't have anything in the background of your videos where it draws the eye away from what you're supposed to be looking at, like right here. And I'll show you the problems that I had that I put on it in case you ever have to do this. Now, I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong, but that's the fun part. And I'm sure I've got friends out there that will tell me if I'm doing wrong. Madsuck was right, as usual. They're hex head screws. I don't know why I call them Allen heads. They're hex head. These little tiny ones right here. I got to kneel down. Try and do this at 60 years old. Screwing something up. So, the two hex heads are right here and right here, and they fit into the bottom of the Taida valve, the valve body. Okay, this is valve block. This is the valve entrance or intake. The valve itself is the gray part. I don't have a real good light right here. The bottom of the valve is locked in pretty good. I mean, the block. The upper part is not real tight. And then you have your it's a 36 millimeter rubber spigot. You have to order these special. They're about 30 bucks if you can find one. They fit on the carburetor and they fit on the intake of the Taida. You may find one that will fit the carb but not the intake, or the intake and it won't fit the carb, which is a pain. So this is how big this carb is. Now I'm going to try and get up without killing these old knees. This is just a dry run for having it hooked up. I don't exactly know how the this will have to be redone. The fuel line goes in the front, which is nice, and I like there's plenty of room around here so I can get a hose clamp around it. Then I have a you take this choke off right here, and I have an extension choke that goes up to here, over to here, and out this other side, which is called stage 6. When you put the carburetor on, the one thing that the book states very much is that the carburetor should be equal up and down from the ground. It shouldn't be twisted this way or twisted this way. It should be even, because your float bowl, if it's bent, not bent, it's if it's off center, then you may lose some fuel on that. But I want to show you what the mock-up looks like so far. I'm glad I got it on. There's a couple of bolts that were very, very hard to put on, due to the fact that with this giant water-cooled head right here, there's only a couple of ways that you can put this top of the head on here with the bottom part to where you have this intake on the bottom, this is your outtake, and this is right above the Taida intake. So it's a pain. When you get something like this, you want to get everything moderately tight before you go out and run. But after you come back for an hour or whatever, get your hex wrench, as Mad Duck would say, and tighten everything down really well. And then of course what I'm going to do, my big problem, I'm going to get on my knee again. I have really good knees, it's just I'm old. I'm hoping that the variators are not going to hit, the belts are not going to hit these edges at all. Now someone told me I should take a drill bit and drill into these and countersink them. Problem is you can't do it really because you can't get underneath exactly. Another problem is this. What if I happen to decide, no, I don't want that Taida. I want the old CT intake. Well, I've already countersunk these little screws here, and I'm going to lose threads over it. And I can't replace, once you take out aluminum, you can't replace it. So that's just one thing that I'm doing. It looks really good. I don't know how the plastics are going to fare with it. I hope that that the plastics will go over, these plastics right here, will go over the carburetor and make it look good. What I'd like to do is not use this uni right here. I would like to use this racing bell. I don't know if it'll work because I think it's too small for this gigantic carburetor. But if I could find a, it's called a velocity stack. If I could find a velocity stack that's that large, then I would put it on. But that's where we're at so far. Next thing to do is to completely clean up underneath. There is no oil or anything, but there is a little bit of there's a little bit of belt dust in there. When your belt runs, it disintegrates little by little by little. That's why you need to replace it every 8,000 miles. Real simple to do. I'm also going to take the clutch off right here and clean it up. And then I will, this is hard to do with one hand. That's why I don't want it shaking like that. This camera is it's so big that I can't. I'm really good with the commentary in one hand and the camera in the other. But if you have a commentary and a camera, you need to be able to just like point to everything that you're looking at, like that headlight, and be able to zoom in, zoom out, tell the story without interruption. I don't stutter a lot, but I do lose my train of thought. That, I think, is because I'm old. And that's just the way it is. But what do you expect for free? I get these people like, well, get to the point. Get to the point. That's not the way it is. You don't know anything. I'm going, all right, okay, I can really dig that, brah. Let me go to your channel and see how many videos you have. And 9 times out of 10, the guy's got no videos, nothing. He's just a sniper. Just likes to come and say bad things just for the hell of it. Now, if I was able to edit, you can imagine I'd probably be a lot better at this. But I'm so old, I don't know how to do it, and I've never edited. I have a 18-year-old daughter who I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show any of you because she's not getting married until she's 30, maybe 35. Just letting you know. She's really, really good looking like me. She's really, really smart like her mother. and she's an artist, so, and she's real quiet. She hasn't brought home her first biker, so things are still going okay in my family.